Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and today I'm hoping to get myself a big old Cheshire Cat, a big old Grand Cat for the Grand Cat, and we've only got 6 minutes and 55 seconds left, and you can see there, this is the Champion Chase event, where I used all of my shards that I had, well apart from all the green ones, and managed to get up to 8,000 points here, 8,007, and I'm hoping that's going to be enough to do the last 6 minutes and 38 seconds. Let me just go back and refresh it, make sure that no one is going to try and do any kind of things in the last few minutes here. Oh my goodness. I don't think so. I think we are good. I think we might be getting our big old Cheshire Cat. But there's only 6 minutes left. I was also doing, not that one, I apologise. I was also doing the Classic Arena Takedown. And you can see that I've managed to get myself up to 2nd place. I'm not entirely sure what these regal masks do, but Big Dog has said that I can cash them in for some equipment or something. That is vaguely what I'm aware of, and it is pretty close between 2nd and 3rd place. So I think for the next 5 minutes I'm just going to play a little bit of Arena and see if I can actually win any matches in these last 5 minutes here, which I think we are. Let's go ahead and try this one. So my team is 287,000 power against this 170,000 power, but what I've noticed is that power things don't really make an awful lot of difference. I have lost to people with significantly lower power than this, people that seem to know what they are doing. Speed seems to be a large part of it. You can see there, there's an awful lot of the opponent doing a tremendous amount, already taken out one of my characters, which is very, very bad for me. Let's go ahead and steal as much of this as we can. And we can't gain any buffs with He-Man anymore, which is a major problem. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to use this with Skeletor. We're still going to do this because it attacks everyone to try and deal as much damage as possible. And we should be able to lock everyone down now. And just in time before we get stunned as well. Right now I'm not entirely sure what we do. I think it starts with taking out this guy. Okay, and now he has True Fear on him. So I'm not going to use this because that increases my attack and we can't increase attack just yet. So I'm just going to do a regular attack here. We're going to go to this side. Bring it down to a 2-on-3. Now of course we can take out the Monkey King himself, but it is not entirely worthwhile. I'm going to do this just to lower their stats a little bit and also give us the ability to increase our, I forget what that's called, accuracy, he said, forgetting. Now this should take out the Monkey King, but now we're in a little bit of a problem. Because I don't know if these two are going to be able to take this last remaining guy down. Now if we just keep killing the Monkey King, he's just going to keep surviving every 2 turns. So that's not exactly what we want. I think I'm going to heal Skeletor here. Put Perfect Veil on him as well. I think we're just going to keep doing some attacks. I think that is the best plan of action. Largely it's just this one on the left that we need to take out. If we can get him taken care of, then the Monkey King will fall easily enough afterwards. And now I think we are screwed. I don't think we can do anything realistic from this point. I'm just doing that to heal myself, just to give myself a little bit more time, but I think it is a little bit too little too late. I'm going to do this just largely to increase my attack. Heal myself again. Yeah, I think it's the best thing to go for at this point. I really like it if the misstep activates a little bit more often. That's a little bit better. Okay, now we can steal that defense. again, I don't think there's anything we can do at this stage here. That is the best I can do. And we're stunned, which is very, very bad. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to make it out of that one. But now let's see. That should be just about time. 1 minute and 34 seconds left. Let's just check and make sure that we are still winning. We are, by a good margin. Now let's take a look at the Classic Arena takedown. We're still in second place there as well, with only 1 minute and 18 seconds left. Tag tournament I have been doing very, very little of. You can see there I'm at 300 points. I am currently ranked 14th. 14th, which is not that fantastic. I don't think we need to do anything else at this point. Just literally into the final minute here. I think if I do anything else, I'm going to miss the end of this, so I'm just going to sit around here and take a look at these. So I am very, very looking forward to this big old Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat was one of the things that I wanted since the start of the Alice in Wonderland Adventures, and I wasn't sure how to get it. I knew that you could get it off of a random chance in either Sacred Shards or Primal Shards, can't remember which one it was. Is it not letting me? Yeah, okay, there we go. I don't know why it wasn't letting me click on it. You could see me clicking on it with my finger. It just wasn't doing anything. We are, of course, also mainly halfway through the Phase 2 of the Alice Chase. We've already done all of Phase 1, and the Alice card is a very, very powerful little card. Now we should be very close. 1 second left, and the tournament is now over. But we need to. Positions are being finalised. Very good. Okay, let's see. Are we able to claim our reward? No, it still says positions are being finalised. If you click on go, that just takes us back to the arena. That's what I thought. So I don't know how long this takes for us to get our rewards. Hoping this is quite soon. But it does look like we have managed to win it. Again, I've never competed in one of these tournaments before. Well, I have competed in many of the tournaments, but I've never properly competed where I really wanted to win, where I wanted a big old cat. A big grand cat, or a big old grand cat himself, as I mentioned earlier. This here is my setup. So I still don't know exactly what I'm doing. He-Man is still one of my strongest characters here. And I do not know what these equipped relics are all about. There we can see the blessing. I have been listening to Big Dog. He has been telling me what blessings to put on these things. And we've got a couple of these. I should probably get around to doing that. I'm also not entirely sure what setup I'm supposed to have for each of these. Same with Big Old Skeletor, I don't know what equipped relics I'm supposed to use. We are using Brimstone, which seems to be pretty good for him. It's working out fairly well. And there is Big Old Loki. He's the one that's doing a lot of the heavy lifting. This is Alice. Of course, I'm waiting until we get her Sacred Order things from the... what's it called? From the Phase 2 event. And Ninja, we managed to get him 1 red star so far. He was, of course, doing a lot of heavy lifting for us beforehand. And there is some of our original characters that we were using, including the frog. Interesting story about the frog is that when I was brand new to the game, I was looking up the codes that you can type in, and I was just typing them in and wasn't aware that you can only select one of them. So instead of getting the Monkey King, I ended up with this big old frog instead, which was a bit of a mistake. I think the Monkey King would have been significantly more helpful, but I am pretty happy with the little team that I've managed to build myself up. Let's go ahead and check it again. Still says positions are being finalised. Oh, that is just explaining how to get them. I wonder where I was in the global leaderboard. I mean, the guy that was ranked first is getting 165,000. I got 8,000. So, yeah, coming absolutely first is ridiculous. And 8,000 is nowhere even close to the top 100. I'm not entirely sure what this was here. This was here. This was here. But apparently it gives you 1,000 of them. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Also, another unfortunate thing about this big old kitty is that unlike the regular events that you saw from this, I'll be able to get the split soul all the way up to 5 for Alice. And it also gives me all of the legendary accessories. But I won't be able to do any of that for Cheshire Cat. So I'm not sure how I'm going to power him up in any way. I'm going to have to rely on either people in the comment section or Big Dog, who is largely, in my opinion, an expert of Raid Shadow Legends, although I'm sure there are people that know extensively more. It just did come up the red thing there, so let's see if we're getting our rewards now. Okay, it says there we can now claim all, so let's go ahead and claim. So there we go, we've got 4 rarity things and 25 masks. Let's go ahead. Do we need to claim those? No, they're fine, apparently. But now the big thing, this is the thing that we have been waiting for. There it is. We have ranked number 1. I'm going to screenshot that. It might be the thumbnail, don't know. Doesn't seem like a very good thumbnail. Might do something a little bit different, but there we go. We received a Cheshire Cat, 4 artifacts, and I didn't even get a chance to read that last thing. And then it doesn't even let me read it again because it just comes up this. And I mean, even if I click on global positioning and then I click back, this just stays there and it doesn't let me look at the rewards any longer, which I thought was very, very annoying. If anyone knows how to fix that, do let me know. But now, if we go into champions, we should have a big old brand new kitty cat. And there he is. Oh my goodness. That is a legendary attack Cheshire Cat. He looks absolutely wonderful. He is absolutely stunning. He is a demon spawn. Does he have champion lore? Oh my goodness, there he is. If anyone wants to read it, you can just pause the video and take a look through that. He's got 137 reviews already. So it recommends giving him offense and crit. That makes sense because he is a big old attack cat. He doesn't have any skins, obviously, because he is brand new. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean to close that. I just want to get out of that area. We are, of course, going to favourite him because he is absolutely wonderful and deserves to be favourited. And let's see what his attacks are. Well, let's see what his stats. So his first attack is the Phase Claw level 1, which attacks one enemy, and if this character is under a Veil or a Perfect Veil buff, it attacks all enemies instead. That sounds like he would work very well with Loki, because Loki can give him the Perfect Veil buff. And then it places a Perfect Veil buff on this champion for 1 turn, and his damage is based on attack and speed. So attack and speed is the same as He-Man, and I don't understand. Does that mean that he has double the attack of everyone else because it's all of the stats from attack and all the attacks from speed? Or is his attack halved and you have to get both his attack and speed up for him to be just as powerful as the other champions? I do not know. But if anyone in the comment section can let me know how that works, I would very much appreciate it. Let's see his second skill. The second one is the Feline Frenzy. That is also an attack of mine. I have used that many, many times. It attacks one enemy 3 times, which is very cool. Each hit will decrease the enemy's speed by 1%, which stacks up to 10%. This effect does not work against bosses. Each hit will also increase this champion's speed by 1%, which stacks up to 10% as well. If this skill kills an enemy, places a Perfect Veil buff on this champion and the ally with the lowest turn meter for the next 2 turns. Again, damage based on attack and speed. So that seems pretty cool. Attacks 3 times, increases his speed, decreases the enemy's speed as well. That does seem very, very cool. And then we have the Grinning Helix. Of course, the helix being the double helix that his DNA is made of. And this attacks all enemies, but before attacking places a Perfect Veil buff and a 50% increase attack on this champion for 2 turns, and it grants an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy, which is absolutely massive. That is very, very strong. I mean, it increases his attack by 50% and gives him a Perfect Veil before the attack hits. So I think the idea is to go for this one first, and then you go for these attacks, because that will allow you to attack all enemies instead, and then after that you can go into your Feline Frenzy to try and snipe one of the opponent's ones. It will increase your speed as well, and also places a Perfect Veil on it if you manage to kill an enemy, and then go back to attacking everyone again. So I think the whole idea is that the Cheshire Cat is just always attacking all enemies. I think Phase Claw, like, you'd have to be in a pretty bad position for it to just be attacking one person, because you always want to be using this, or particularly this skill, to try and put the Perfect Veil on him. Which makes sense with Cheshire Cat, because Cheshire Cat does tend to fade in and out of existence. He tends to have his own ability to bend the rules, it seems. Now let's see his 3-star ability. It is Shadow Smile, so it's a passive effect, and if this character is under Veil or Perfect Veil buff, turn meter fill effects are 30% more effective. Interesting. Also, if this champion is under Veil or Perfect Veil buff, this champion's attacks will ignore 15% of the target's defense and inflict 15% more damage, which means he's going to be dealing a lot of damage. He's going to be ripping health off of people. And an active effect, when this champion is about to receive a hit that would drop their HP below 20%, it blocks the incoming damage and places a block damage and a Perfect Veil on this champion for 1 turn. Now, what is block damage? I'm not entirely sure. I've not came across block damage before. I think this might be new to me. There it is. Makes the champion immune to all forms of damage. Really? So if he takes a hit that would put him below 20%, then for 1 turn he is immune to all damage? That seems very strong. Wow. I've not come across that before. If that works the way that I think it does, it means that he cannot be one-shotted. It means that if anything would kill him, he just has this block until it's his turn, and then he gets at least 1 attack off. Yeah, Cheshire Cat might be... like, I only want a Cheshire Cat because he's a big old cat, but this thing might be amazing. He seems very, very strong. Now, a couple of things is, I don't know how to get him his red stars, and I do not know how to get him all of his best equipment, because there isn't going to be a event for him, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to ask for advice from my YouTube comment section on what I should be doing with this big old Cheshire Cat, and I would love to hear from all of you, because I want to make this guy absolutely amazing. I want this big old Cheshire Cat to be representative of the big old Grand Cat. Also, if there is any way... oh my goodness, there's the instant power pack. Would that allow me to get him all the way up to maximum? I've got 23 hours to decide. It is £70, which is a lot of money. But that might be enough to power this big old kitty up to his maximum power. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I really want to hear from you guys. Oh, I'm going to take a screenshot of this as well, because that's a very cool little image of big old Cheshire Cat there as well. I like the look of that. I mean, it did cost me a lot. I mean, we lost all of our sacred shards, primal shards, void shards, and ancient shards in order to get them. So I do want to make the absolute best out of this big old Cheshire Cat, make him as strong as possible. And also, if you guys know of any way that I can get the profile picture of a Cheshire Cat, I would love to have that big old kitty as the character. Yeah, the avatar frame's there. So yeah, so if you guys know how to do that, I would be very, very interested. Community avatars. Ah, interesting. There's our Alice one that we just got. I'm actually looking here and I don't see anything that mentions Cheshire Cat. So I'm thinking maybe you're not able to put him as an avatar, but if anyone knows how to, I certainly am very interested in learning how to do that as well. And I think that's going to be it for this little video, folks, and I really hope that you have all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody. Yow, wow.